Yes, thank you, Maniac. And it is going to be round one indeed. It's going to be the team of Integral up against Trident. And Dr. Curry, what a match it's going to be. But of course, here at this championship match, so you're going to have, of course, it is going to Sydney, Australia, $15,000 on the line.
So that's a fair bit.
Eight teams, only 3 of those getting through to LA in those spots. Like, what are you feeling? Do you think these guys are pretty stressed?
I'm stressed.
You're stressed?
I'm nervous for them. That's just how intense it is here. These are easily the top 8 teams from around... Well, they're the top best teams from the whole of the Asia-Pacific area. Like, these guys are the best. And they're here for the money. They're here for those tickets to LA and that prize pool of $1 million.
They are, and of course, like we said, $15,000 is the prize pool here today. First place will be $6,000, followed by $3,000 for your second place finishing, $2,000 for third, $1,500 will go to your fourth, then you've got $750 for the fifth and sixth, and then seventh and eighth both getting $500 each. So no matter what, you're all going to go home with a bit of cash in their pocket. But there is that only one title that can go to that one team. Of course, last year we did see Trident T1 Dodgers at the time take it out here at the same place, Carriage Works here in Sydney, and they're hoping to do it again this year. I don't know if they can do it though. They've got a fair few other teams that want to give the run for their money, but let's talk about game number 1 here. Like we said, it's going to be Integral up against Trident. First up, best out of 5 series. First map will be that Biolab hardpoint. So obviously it's one of the favourite for a lot of teams. They like that very close quarter combat areas. You're going to get a lot in this map coming up. And I feel that both these teams are strong in close quarters. So it's going to be one of those games where it could go any way, and I think it'll come down to those point-for-point situation. Of course, you can vote online via Twitter. On your screen, so you do this at ACL Pro. Now, down the bottom, there's a keyword below each team. You have WR1 Trident and WR1 Integral. Now, just use those words only. So at ACL Pro, followed by that keyword, and you'll get your tweet counted towards that voting. But right now,
nothing else.
Integral, 57% people are backing them against Trident. You know, Trident are a strong team. They got first qualifying spot in the world for a regionals. So you've got to keep that in consideration, in my opinion. You can't just think, well, even though some people might be tipping, they're backing that Bill Wall, I think, but at the same time, I feel that Trident will give these guys a big run for their money, and I'm sort of maybe thinking that Trident might perhaps get the victory here.
Yeah, okay, so you're leaning towards the Trident team just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's so close
that
I'm almost leaning a little bit towards the Integral guys. They didn't qualify on day 1.
No.
They had a little bit of an upset where they got taken out, but they came back on day 2 of the qualifiers and they got that position. That's them on your screens right there. So these two teams, like, I kind of feel as though they might be a little bit underrated out of these top 8 teams. Maybe they're the quote-unquote weaker Australian teams.
Okay.
But they're the teams which are going to make the upsets. They're the guys who might be able to, take on Mind Freak and take it the distance. Like, I'm talking Map 5, S&D all the way. Like, these guys are the best.
Yeah.
So you can't take anything away from them. They've got to this stage. Nothing is actually stopping them from getting those LA tickets.
No, it's not. And of course, the road doesn't end here for 3 of these teams. They've got to keep on going. But they've done a big journey so far after qualifying online to then get here. All the preparation is now, this is where it all pays off, this one day. This is their one chance to get one of those tickets to LA. There's only 3 up for grabs, and quickly and soonly we'll find out what 3 teams will be grabbing that. But let's get into this matchup. First thing underway, like we said, is Trident up against Integral. It's going to be that winners bracket round 1 matchup, Biolab hardpoint to kick things off. As the players get loaded up into the game, we'll join in as well, and we'll find out just what team will get off to an all-right start here. Of course, your first hardpoint will be located in that bottom green, or the exhaust fan room, as some like to call it as well. So these guys will all be running dashing for that. But watch out for a few players running shotgun on this first hardpoint. A lot of teams do like to have one player with that shotgun because it's such close quarters area. You can easily clean up a few kills, and we'll start things off with Bundo.
I actually had a conversation with Bundo last night, specifically about Biolab hardpoint, and the way he expressed it was it's an extremely technical map. If one player out of position and you're going to muck up the spawns, everyone needs to know where their players are and what they're pushing. One mistake could cost them a bad spawn and cost them a hill.
Oh, it could indeed, but right now we do have 2 players, or it was 2 players from Trident inside of that hill, but just like that, it's going to be a contention between Envious and Vilesider. Both want to hone that hill down, but it's going to be Envious from the Trident squad to pick up a few more points here, 8-5. Of course, it is 25 seconds left on this current hardpoint, as these guys will be changing and looking to change around. I can hear their comms in the background behind me. They're all trying to get as many points as they can on this first hill, but of course, it is the most contested out of them all, because all teams push in there very quickly. Look at the kills there. Vilesider was set up nicely just then. Sadly couldn't capitalise, and just like that, Trident do push in there to get their lead back.
Did see someone from Trident actually rocking that riot shield. That's going to be very interesting to see whether or not they use that throughout the rest of the game in these close quarters combat, as you mentioned before. But pretty equal start. Here it comes into the second hill. It's going to be locked down instantly by Integral, but here comes the push from Trident. Stun grenades coming on in. There's that riot shield again. Hoju's going to have a lot of work. Picks up one, gets the double. Great defense by Hoju.
It was. Sadly, it wasn't good enough in the end. However, we do have Maka now on my screens. He's inside that hard point, trying to hold his points down as well. 31 points to 19 on that scoreboard right now. Of course, the thirst at 250 will pick up the victory here as we do change over to now. Oh, on board with Azzy. Azzy, one of the newer players in the scene right now on that defensive role. It would seem a few players around him can't get the kill though. Up high it was. So right now, Volside are getting picked up as well. They're going to pump behind us. The Trident guys are pretty keen for this one right now, as you will see two players from them, Azzy and Maka, on the inside right now as they chill back for a moment. The crowd's getting behind them as well. That score, 42 to 24. That hard point's about to change here, Dr. Curry. And when it does, these players will get their rotation on. As you do see now, thanks to that mini-map, they're rotating around to that next one in blue.
Blue is actually probably the most important hard point. It's the one where players can get a good setup and get the most amount of time here. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Hysteria is the first one to do so. So this could be really big for Trident as they extend that lead. Here comes Bundo though, gets one of the kills here, and they're trading on in. Hoju with a two-piece actually. Vile gives them some support. And I tell you what, Integral Nation, they're set up extremely well right now.
Well, they are. You know, they've got two players inside that hard point trying to minimise this gap that's going on right now. Of course, there's just under a 20-point difference now, thanks to two of the players. Hoju and Volside are both inside that hill. Let's mention Hoju here. He's on 15 and 8, a 4-point streak to his name, 4 captures as well. He is really doing a lot of damage for his team right now, and he's making that difference. He's allowing these guys to catch back up. Now, 55 to 51. Their setup right there was perfect, and you'll see Volside is still defending this hard point and taking the lead for the Integral squad.
This is exactly what they needed. They've pulled back that score, and they've even taken the lead on this one. Beautiful setup by Integral Nation as they just punish Trident for the mistake of locking it down there. You can hear them getting lippy in the background. They want to get into their heads. They want to make sure they get this first map, and that is a nice play by Vile, taking out those canisters.
We're going to change over now to the Trident squad to see what Hysteria can do for his team. Currently 10 and 13, so he needs to get a few more kills here. He does have 3 caps to his name, so you've got to give him credit for that. The rest of his team going right there as well. 11 and 10 for Maka, Envious on 12 and 13, and 11 and 11 for Azzy. And there you see there Hysteria with that shield. I was asked the question about, do you think people will start using the shield? Do you know some of the things that you gentlemen agree upon? I said when it comes down to cash money, when it comes down to a spot in LA, anything goes.
All right, here we go, Valsider. He's done one defense, jumps up high. Oh, the second player is just, oh! He gets turned on by Maka. A little unfortunate there, Exo ability. Too strong drop shot by Hoju, though. Cleans up, trading back and forth are these two teams. Just a bit of scrap hill going on in here as Trident, they make their last push to try and get the few remaining seconds. 15 seconds till that next rotation bio. Look at that scoreboard. This is a close one.
Oh, it is. You know, it's just a 10-point difference. If that, counting down, it's going to be Trident trying to close that gap now. Of course, that hard point will rotate in 3 seconds. So now to Biolab. Maka on our screens at the moment, already set up. The rest of the other players from that IN squad trying to push in here and break the setup as that rotation from the hard point does happen. You've got 2 players, however, from Trident. You've got Azzy and Envious. Maka's just jetpacking through there like it's no tomorrow as he comes fresh off the respawn here, watching out for snow. Of course, players on this respawn will try and push up and contest this hill at the same time. They want to try and keep it as close as they can, but just like that, Trident back in their lead with 3 players in that hard point rotating around. It's a smart play here. They're going to have 2 players in there at any time and another player close by to jump in when they need to do it. But just like that, IN do push it, they break it, they get some points back in their board, and they've tied it back up. So, Dr. Curry, like I said before this match even began, it's point for point, round for round.
It's every hill. This could come all the way down. I wouldn't be surprised here. This Biolab hill is just giving both of these teams a lot of hill. That's the 2-piece for Hoju. He is having a magnificent game. There's going to be the 3rd player, gets the assist though. Look at the score, but he's on 24 kills.
Yeah, Hoju, definitely that difference maker right now for that squad. You do have Bundo on 18 and 16, but no caps to his name. So he's a bit more of a Slayer role, defensive role if he can. You'll see him just here on our screens, set up over here in blue, waiting for that rotation. Players in there, and if he didn't team kill him, they probably could have done it, but right, just like that, a 20-point game now, IN in that lead.
Well, this is a good lockdown by Valside. He's picked up a few kills, forcing the guys from Trident into the spawns there. Gets another one. You can tell by the minimap, Trident are split up here. The players coming in through the tunnel, but Kyle just stops them once again. Here comes a contestant though, Trident. They get a few picks here. Envious needs to get this double. He does do so, and that's going to be back into the favor of Trident. It's just back and forth constantly here.
It is. Even though IN do have a bit of a lead now, it's Trident are very capable of closing that gap once again on this rotation. Obviously, that hill will change in the next 5 seconds. You see at the top of your screens there, as it's going to be Envious still holding this one down, but Macca and Hysteria should be making their way towards that next one, and you see that they are. As he was close to it, they got shut down by Quinns there in the background. I saw it. So Quincy right now holding this hill down. You've still got Hoju. Look at Hoju's score, 28-19 with a 3 streak to his name, 7 caps. He is all over it. No one, well, I was going to say no one's getting past him, but someone does. There's going to be Macca who's inside that hill for a second there as he gets picked up. Hysteria now on our screens, trying to defend it for his team as one player is pushing in. He decides to go up high instead, and his Trident squad of Macca and Envious hold that one down.
I was about to say that Trident need to be careful here because Integral is starting to get some good points here, and they break the hill, lock it down, and they're just pulling it back. So just when I think it's maybe going to be out of the reach of Trident, they come back, they get the hill, and they bring it back to another close game.
Yeah, they do. It's just going to increase back towards a 20-point lead, it would seem, in favour of IN, because just in the next 5 seconds, you'll see the rotation happen. These guys will give up on this hill. There's no point, or that's going to happen just there. Trident broke that hill, so IN won't worry about it. They've got the hill. They can get set up on the next control, and if they hold down blue like they did the first time around, these guys will run away bit by bit coming into this next hill. And Vilesider, and it was Hoju who made the difference in this first hill the first time around.
Wow.
Vilesider is cleaning up. Hoju on that kill feed as well. You're seeing getting the explosive barrel on Azzy, as then Vilesider gets the tag on one. One tries to come in the front door there, and he says no to it, and access is denied. As you'll see that scoreline, 172 to 151. 2.5 minutes left, so just a quarter of this match to go here, Curry. But right now, this IN squad are creeping away, and Vilesider is uncontested for at least the last 15 seconds.
This is what Vile's been doing all game. He's just been locking down the hills. We saw it in the first, second rotation in the circle room, where he just locked it down for Integral, and that's what he's done right now. Oh,
great read by Macca.
That was
beautiful read.
Absolutely.
Knew exactly where the player was going to be in that top corner. He picked up one kill, got the second kill, broke that one down for his teammates to push on through. So you'll see a 30-point game at this time, ladies and gentlemen. Still in favour of Integral, but you're going to have Trident very much as best they can to close that gap down. It's going to change in the next 5 seconds, obviously, for that next point on towards the top of green. And we're going to see a few players already setting up and around there. Vilesider, of course, getting that last scrap time, any bit of time that he can. Just gets a tag on a player, pushing through mid-green is there as well. But right now it is Trident who has set up here on top green, trying to hold it down. Big kill there from Vilesider with that two-piece. Hoju and Quincy clean up the rest.
Tested that hill.
IN are really trying to close this one out here. They're on 213 to now. Trident are pulling back bit by bit, time by time. But you know, in the game, obviously the first team to 250 will win, or until the time runs out, whoever has the most points will win it that way as well. That hill is going to rotate back towards mid in Biolab in the next 5 seconds, and that's where it's going to make the difference. Trident need to keep this next hill contested. If they can't, IN are going to start walking away.
Absolutely. This hill is going to decide who walks away. Was map number 1 of this winners bracket round 1. Macca on your screens right now. They're pulling it back, trying to do what they need to do. Macca picks off one though, but Hoju can test him as he picks off another kill. This is Trident. They're locking it down. Integral need to watch out here, Bio.
They do. That 218 point mark to 205 right now, ladies and gentlemen. 30-second mark is ticking on down. The players are aware of it. The time is going to run out before that hard point finishes. This will be the last one for the game. Big plays there by Bundo, but Hysteria answers back with 2 of his own to take out him as well and clear that hard point out. It's currently contested. 3 players from IN inside of there now as it comes to 221 to 205. The audience know it's done. The players know it's done. They're going to be happy with that score right now. But look at this. They're still not going to stop at that point. Quincy picks up another 2-piece there. Look at those scores on our screens right now, Dr. Curry.
Wow.
35s, 30s, high 20s, number 30.
That was map number 1.
I called it at the start, close game, 224 to 207. I wasn't expecting it to be that close for the whole time. I thought one team would perhaps start walking away a little bit, but it wasn't the case. Both those teams went. Let's look at the scores right now. So we're going to have Vilesider 35 and 27, Hoju on 37 and 33, Quincy's up on 29 and 37. So a couple of neg bombs there, but 10 captures, 6 defends.
Oh yeah.
Big numbers from Quincy. Bundo 36 and 33. Over to the Trident squad, Macca on 32 and 35. You're going to have 30 and 39 for Hysteria there as well. Envious is going to be on 32 and 35, and then 35 and 31 for Azzy. So Azzy the only one pulling positive out of that, but he had the less caps, less defended of his name.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to give credit there for Maka. 11 captures, 8 defends. Overall, the best person caps defends for that game.
Oh, yeah.
Then you have 9 caps and 11 defends for Hysteria. So even a little bit closer there. One less capture, but more defense to his name. So honestly, after that one, Dr. Curry, he's going to head into now on S&D on Detroit.
Yep.
But these two teams, after a hard point that close, are you already feeling around 11 in S&D?
Yeah. I'm calling it. My heartbeat's just risen by a few ticks there. I'm starting to sweat. That was map number 1. This is going to be an incredible day, and you can't expect anything coming into this. Like, look at that game just then. How close it was. Anything can happen in this series.
It could. Anything could happen here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we are at the Call of Duty Championships Asia Pacific Regional Finals here in Sydney, presented by Xbox. We're going to have a quick short break. When we come back, game number 2 in this winners bracket round 1 matchup between Integral and Trident. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the APAC Regional Finals presented by Xbox. I'm, of course, Biolab, joined by Dr. Curry here, and we are going to game number 2 of this winners bracket round 1 matchup. Integral up against Trident, and Integral winning that hard point on Biolabs moments ago there, Dr. Curry.
Yep. We're
both sort of feeling a close S&D game as well between these two teams. I'm sort of feeling round number 11 should be a good call. If not around 11, at least like a 6-4, at least. Like, it's got to get... I don't think this will be a whitewash at all. I think this will be a very close game. On your screens right now, you do see that Trident squad. Of course, you do have them right to left. Maka, you're going to have their Hysteria, Envious, and also Azzy followed up. They're making their core 4 for those that are just joining us. Obviously, we went through them at the start, but for those that may not be aware, who is who? You see them on your screen. Then, of course, you also have that squad of Integrals. You've got Hoju on your left to right. Hoju, Quincy, Billy One Bundo, and Vista Volsider. So both these two teams, in my opinion, after that hard point, seem to be evenly matched. Now, a lot of people may not have thought that, obviously, during the online qualifier. Coming to this, though, they're definitely seeing it. And at the same time, you know, I know for a fact that Integral squad have definitely been pushing their S&Ds.
Yeah, well, Trident were one of the more stronger teams throughout the online qualifiers. So a lot of people were questioning them coming here into the APAC Regional Finals, whether or not they're going to bring that maybe prowess that they had in the online qualifiers. You know, a few words were thrown there. You're a warrior, but you know, we're not going to count that in. We're just going to put that one under the table here. And they prove themselves. They have the skill. Look how close our hardpoint was. Now is their chance to shine here in this search and destroy. We'll get on Baldur's Maka to start it off.
I wanted that to be hit so bad. You know, always a good idea to watch your snipers. I go for that window shot, and there's a third. Still can't connect. Maka struggling a little bit there. Still missing that one. He's going to have to give up and hightail it out of there, perhaps. Hopefully, he's running that overkill. Sure, he would be, and had that SMG as that backup. Envious on our screens right now, however, does have that bomb in hand. Also with a scope here. So scopes, in regards to this map, is always favoured because you've got so many little nooks and crannies you can hard aim in on while you try and get that bomb down. So right now, Dr. Curry, of course, 4v4 still remaining. Thanks to CoD Vision, we see where these players are. Hysteria gets one. So Hysteria, the third scope for his team. So it's sniper rifles all around.
Oh, yeah. Well, I actually remember looking at Twitter. It was one of the NA pros. They view Search and Destroy as it's always a team rocking overkill on snipers because you saw how many positions.
Oh, the turn on from Volsider.
Wow. Kyle is on point this game. We saw him do extremely well on the hard point. He just did it there. Quincy answers back, though, taking out a player from Trident, leaving Kitty in a one-on-one.
1v1 situation, like you said. 30 seconds on that clock, ticking on down, and the players are aware of it. Thanks to CoD Vision again. We see where that player is. He's about to get spotted here as he walks in. There it is. And that first round will go in favour of Integral, I believe. So it's going to be interesting to see now what happens. Obviously, you know, it's. I always find it interesting in regards to when it comes to S&Ds. Obviously, both teams always have a favourite side. You know, the attacking or defending side of things. Yeah. Obviously, personally, my favourite, just for me when I was playing, I love to defend, just because you can sit back and wait for the players to push you. Instead of when attacking is all on you. If that time runs out, you're dead in the water. So right now, if Iron can pick up a second round in their row on their attacking side, they'll be feeling pretty confident. Well,
time and time again, we just see it coming down to the one round where the attacking team can actually get an attacking round, and that literally gives them the game. This is how close some of these search and destroys can be. We're going to watch one of the players from Integral, Bundo. He did have a scope out, so he's trying to get one of those early picks, so obviously wasn't able to find anyone, though. He's just going to pop a grenade off towards the school side here. But very slow pace here by Integral, and that's going to cost them because that's going to be first blood going in favour of Trident.
Oh, that was an easy pickings there for Quinns, sadly. missing that scope down. He does think there's a player going to be in the back green side of things as well. He's going to keep an eye on that situation right now. Of course, thanks to all that trash in the area. He thought he saw someone with that flames in school, but at the same time, it actually isn't. It's just that heat signature coming out as well. So this round will slow down a bit now, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, 40 seconds on that clock. So 4v3 situation, Trident. All players still alive here in this round, as we do watch the attacking squad, and they have slowed it right down here. And there's Quincy on Macca picking him up. But sadly, when you do fire a shot, your position is then known and noted to the rest of the players. Quincy doing a smart play here, checking the corners. He sees one player in the back green. Can't get a hit on him though. So right now, 3v3, 20 seconds on that clock. There he goes as well here, Dr. Curry. So 2v3 situation, Hoju with the bomb.
He's done his job though, because he's pulled all the Trident players towards the A-bomb site. In the meantime though, they've been able to rotate through. The bomb will be going down. Trident realised that, as no one was pushing onto that A-bomb site. Now, can Vile and Hoju lock it down and get the round? That's not going to be the start that they wanted here. Hoju, oh! He gets taken out from the side. Good job by Trident. They get their first defense on the round. I want to question you though, Bio. Do you think maybe that Integral, a little bit of chip there. Do you think that they shouldn't have played that so slow? Like, I'm personally in favour of search and destroy, get up into those positions, get there straight away. They were very slow. They did not push out of their spawn for the first 20 seconds. It
depends on the team you're versing. It always comes down to it. You can't just say rush a team like, let's just say for example Mindfreak. You know, they're quick reaction, and all these teams had that quick reaction time as well. So if you're going to rush, you have to get a 4-man rush in one area. You have to try and take in at least 2 players before getting that bomb down, in my opinion, because otherwise the player's just going to circle you, close in, nades will come in, etc., and you'll get cleaned up. Look at that, Hoju picks up Hysteria at the start of the round off here. 2 players now gone, as Bundo picks up Envious as well. So Azzy and Macca now in a 2v4 situation here, Curry, and it's still a minute on the clock, so they can slow it down. But they need to start making a decision and try and get 1 or 2 kills before they put that bomb anywhere.
Macca is peeking someone on the A-bomb side. There is the kill. That was Vile who dropped, so he's nowhere near Azzy. He's just trying to get a pick on one of the players. He does have the bomb though, just checking all the corners as best he can. Integral nicely split around the map. Now they're going to try and group up here and make a push towards one of these bomb sites.
Yeah, I was highlighting the players on your mini-map there, top left-hand corner. You see where Bundo is by that yellow arrow going up to Hoju there now as well, closer towards that A site. And you're going to have Quins just chilling there as well, thanks to that CoD vision side of things, of course, courtesy of Sledgehammer. We've put that one in. Azzy and Macca right now in this 2v3. Thanks to that mute device, it's going to allow Macca to run a little bit here. Gets another kill, so now's the time. They've got to put a bomb down. 2 picks on Macca there as he picks up Quins and Hoju. It's going to be a 1v2 now for Bundo. Can he clutch this one for his team? There's one. He's got to know where the bomb's going. There it is, it's down. 43 seconds on that clock right now here. If he can get this clutch and get this round, it'll be big for his team. At the same time, Azzy wants this one even more. It'll give them an attacking round. Then Azzy, smart play. Out and around the back, comes in behind him and picks up the round. 2-1 now to that Trident squad.
Ooh, Azzy, get pumped up there. That was a wonderful play by both of the Trident players there.
Timing.
I wouldn't say that's CoD time. That was a brilliant.
It was smart, but he saw Bundo back out as he came out the window, and Bundo went back in again. So like, it was a good play.
50-50.
Smart play indeed, but I believe that CoD timing was in his favour that time, not so much Billy's.
That could be it right there. That's the one round which they need to get this search and destroy.
It could be. We'll find out. This round's progressed on through, of course. Round number 4 now here, ladies and gentlemen, as we see that scoreline 2-1 on board with Hoju. And like we've mentioned, a lot of players do like that sniper rifle here. Of course, that Moors, they rotate between the thermal. Most do prefer the thermal with that nade going out. Does hit a flat jacket on that opposite side, so we know some player was there down that main street. Quincy, of course, on that hunt for the time being. Bundo now on our screens. Goes to that banked long Hail Mary nade. Doesn't get a tag on it though. One player, he saw him, but couldn't get the kill. So the comms will come out, obviously. A minute now, 30 seconds now gone as he picks up the first kill of the round there on Quins. So Azzy having a fantastic game, 5-1 for a streak of 4 right now. As I say that, I curse him and Bundo takes him down.
Good job there, Bio. Hoju now, he was watching the flank there, but Hysteria drops Bundo in the background. It's going to be Hoju and Vile. Last 2, it's in a 2v3. But look where Hoju is. Only less than 40 seconds here. He needs to start to make a push here. Group up with Bundo, or Vile, should I say, as they're still trying to get picks here. Did he see him? He did, but he doesn't take the shot though. Vile side just pulls out, doesn't want to risk it. But now he's going to have to try and make a mad dash into one of these bomb sites. He gets tagged up quite heavily out the front of A there. Exo's around the corner. He's going to try and duke around, but he doesn't. Hysteria picks him up from the inside. Hoju last one alive, and he might just be able... Will he?
He will. No one's there watching that situation. They thought that maybe Volside had that bomb. In past CODs, they would have been right. Volside was the bomb carrier for that team, but this time they are wrong. Right now, Hoju in a 1v3. Bomb is planted. He does see Maka outside. Tags on him, but can't confirm that kill. It's going to be hard here now. They've got 3 players. One can be defusing. There's one. There's 2. Check the bomb, son. He sees him in the corner. He decides to hightail it out of there. Gets inside. Glowing red right now. Hysteria up against Hoju. 20 seconds left. Hysteria now looking to think what he can do here. Would he go for the real one? Would he go for the fakie? It's going to be Hoju now checking, washing up. He'll find him there.
Has he done it?
He's
got it!
1v3 clutch. Wow! For Hoju. He is pumped. He is set. And he ties it back up 2 rounds apiece.
My God, that's only round 4, Bio. Of the, we could go. It's going to round 11. I'm calling it. That is an incredible play by Hoju. Maybe a bit of miscommunication by TRIDENT, where he exoed around the corner and got that 2-piece. That is, oh my God, that's one of the highlights.
Definitely agree. Oh yeah, remember people, if you do have a top 5 play out of this, be sure to submit it to MLG and make note of what it was, because they were making a top 5s out of this competition here today, as MVS will pick up. I just want to see Quincy here, because Quincy's doing what no one has done just yet. He's been aggressive on the defense, and I want to see if it's going to pay off for him. Obviously, his teammate of Hoju got picked up in the background prior to that, but he's just sort of slow it down a little bit now. So we'll jump on board back with the attacking team, of course, TRIDENT this time on that side, bomb in hand, as they should push up here and look to get that bomb down.
Wow, that's a little surprising there. They're already going to be controlling this A site. They get the bomb down. They do have the numbers advantage, but he gets cleaned up. It's going to be 3v3 Vile side. He cleans it up. Maka's watching the flank here, and that's going to be another kill as he dropping Vile Sider. He's going to be looking after the backside of this green here. Doesn't want to get flanked by any of the remaining players here. Quincy and Bundo, this is their turn to come up clutch here. There's one for Bundo, jumps around the corner. He's got support from the rest of his team there, and he needs to go big here. Oh, I like the defense though by TRIDENT.
Yeah, it's a good setup indeed, dragging these guys out in the way. You're going to have now Quincy, who picked up MVS there beforehand. So it's a 1v2 now for Maka. He sees one. He tags on him, doesn't confirm. There's a kill. There's a hit by ADS. Quincy comes out. Does he get the bomb? Oh, this is going to be maybe 0.1 of a second. Maybe.
Oh, I don't think he's got it.
It looked like 7.6 to me. Oh!
Wow.
Look, they can't believe it either. It looked like 7.6 to me, but sadly I was mistaken. Must have been 7.4.
It was that one tiny little...
It wasn't even 100th of a second. It was half of 100th of a second.
Wow. That is...
That was right there for him too.
This is an incredible search and destroy.
Great work. We called this. We said it was going to be a great game. We said it was going to be round for round, back and forth between these two teams, and that's exactly what's happening right now. And you wouldn't want it any other way for the first game of this competition.
This is
the
setting
series,
it up.
I should say.
This is setting up quite nicely here. Integral, they are still down that round, and they are on the aggressive side here, so they're going to have to try and go up clutch if they want to try and level the scores here. See what play they go for off the break.
I just want to find out what one of these players, they push up and they want to get these early scopes. And it's a smart play. You see so many teams do this. They put their scopes out with that Moore's thermal, the Moore's variable zoom, and they rotate around through the map at the back and just try and get some early picks. And if you can do it, you then make the decision on what bomb slot you want to head to. And right now, because they haven't picked anyone up, they're still pretty much unsure. They want to push over and mix things up perhaps and go B. A lot of teams sometimes want to mix it up, but of course A is the preferred bomb slot for this map. And there you see Hoju. So it's when you miss shots like that and you give the idea to the other team of where you're going to head to, just like that, as he pokes you out to pick up one kill, Hysteria gets dropped in the background by Quins as well. But it's 3v3 right now here, Curry, and 45 on that clock. This IN squad need to tie it back up, in my opinion. Otherwise, TRIDENT could perhaps push away round by round.
Hoju needed that snipe because they ended up costing his teammate his own life there. So it is an equal 3v3 for the two teams here. As I say that, Vile cleans up Azzy. So they get rid of the player who's been a little bit pesky in their spawn. And they're trying to go and make a play here on the A-bomb side. That nade, though, doesn't actually connect there.
Oh, Maka comes in. With the drive-by.
You love that from Maka. So they know where the bomb is. 15 seconds. TRIDENT can quite easily get this one. Oh,
he's a smart player to re-aim and re-fire. He saw him this there. Good idea to hightail it out, but can't drop the bomb quick enough. Bundo now in a 1v2. Maka and Envious both still alive. He pushes out. Thanks to CoD vision, we see him. He can't do much. It's going to be the round here to TRIDENT. And just like that, TRIDENT 2 rounds in the lead. And this is what you don't want to happen to you. Obviously, from an IN standpoint, they want to keep it round for round. If you can do that, then obviously your hopes stay up higher, and you feel that you can bring it back a lot easier. It's still not out of the game, though. Obviously, 2 rounds is nothing. IN have been playing great so far, as have TRIDENT. So I feel that, TRIDENT, while they are 2 rounds in that lead and they have a little bit of wiggle room, they will not ease up at all. They need to stay right on top of this IN squad to try and get maybe one more round for them to hit match point.
Very well played there by TRIDENT. They deserve that round quite easily. Now they're going to be on the aggressive side. If they can get this round, I'm willing to say that'll be the nail in the coffin, to be honest. Lots of grenades getting hurled over towards the aggressive side of Integral. We saw them just watching over the door there now. Azzy was XOing around. He did spot the player around the corner, so they know where roughly one of the players from Integral is, and they're really committing themselves towards this alleyway towards A side. But it looks like they're just going to pull out. They weren't able to get one of the first picks here. Hysteria, though, being very aggressive with the scope. Don't think it's going to pay out too well as Integral. They've pulled away from the bomb side. But no, Hysteria doesn't find it.
No, he doesn't. And thanks to that mini-map, we see where all these players are. And I'm just going through highlighting where the opposition team is as well. You can see them. Thanks to that yellow highlight, you can see Azzy in the background. Picks up one there on, it was of course Volsot, I believe, at that time. And more players get dropped there as well. It's a 2v2 now here, or 2v3, sorry, I'm mistaken. As we see Hysteria, Azzy and Maka up against Quiz and Hoju. There it is there. Quincy gets dropped, Hoju gets dropped. Match point for this Trident squad now. I honestly thought, I did think that this was going to go right down to round 11, and it still can. I'm not going to count Ian out. You know, these guys can't clutch. They can pull out another 1v3 like Hoju did.
Nice kill cam, by the way, to Azzy there. Outplaying the player who came screaming around the corner there. And I did say, if Trident were getting that one, I'm going to say it's the nail in the coffin. You think that Integral could come back? You're asking a lot from them.
I'm not asking, mate. I feel that my opinion on this team is that they can do it. You know, it's S&D. They've focused a lot on their S&D as well prior to this. They practiced a fair bit of their S&D because they knew they needed to. They were getting 6-0 at some scrims. As I say that, though, it's not looking too good to start things off here. Shots go out. One player gets dropped. It's a two-piece for Bundo. It's going to tie things up at 2 for 2 now.
Nice.
Here in this round, it's going to be Bundo and Volsot up against Hysteria and Maka now. They've still got over a minute, so they can slow the pace of this round down now. They've got bomb in hand as well. They need to go and achieve and recall that from somewhere else as well. I just want to see what's happening on this Trident squad. Of course, Maka on the hunt for any player that might poke and watch that flank, and Hysteria, thanks to that mute device, decides to engage that. Him with Maka now will make this play. Of course, he's aware of these guys might be, but at the same time, Ian are mindless and not sure where these guys are going to come from.
Yeah, this is a bit risky. They were almost hinting that they want to go for a rotate towards B, but
they're too close together.
Yeah, they don't know what to do. They have no clue where the guys from Trident are here. And Trident, they played that extremely well. It didn't work in their favor, though, but a brilliant start from Trident. They capitalized with the 2 kills, but then Bundo came up clutch for his team. And then now, Bundo spots one of them. That's going to be a big gunfight. He doesn't get it. Fire from behind. He can't do much. 1-1 series, Trident, I wouldn't say easy, but a convincing 6-2 win there.
Yeah, no, definitely not easy, but yes, convincing towards those last few rounds.
And that is disgusting. That's disgusting.
Azzy 10-5, 9-5 for Maka.
Wow.
7-5 for Hysteria. Envious, I'll still say it, 3-6. You know, obviously every kill counts and every kill helps out that team to get there. So a great start for the S&D side for that Trident squad. I think maybe most people were thinking Trident would take the S&D.
Yep.
I feel that's what they were leading towards. Obviously, after doing some good S&D on that qualifier for as well. You know, they were 6-4ing, I think, Bleed My Freak. So they were always looking strong at that. And again, over to the IN side of things, you got 5-7 for Hoju. Then you have Bundo on 7-7, 5-7 for Quincy, and Volsot on 4-8. So you know, while they're the sort of KDs you would normally see in an S&D game.
Yeah. And
obviously at the same time, you know, Hoju's big 3-piece that he got there in that clutch round, it helped them, just not enough to sort of really push them over the edge.
You got an Azzy getting those entry kills though, especially the one where Hoju missed the scope and it cost his teammate his life. They're the plays which, you know, end up resulting in rounds being won or lost for either team. He was getting those entry kills. He was getting the first couple of rounds, just helping Trident out so well. And he's got to be one of the main contributors for as they were able to get that 6-2 win there. We're going to be getting to the next game mode up next. Bio, maybe a little prediction. We got 1-1 on each team here.
Predictions are always something that I always fail at. I feel like
I think we all fail at
it. I know teams well. I know what maps they're good at, and then whenever I tip one team, the other team always wins. So I did ask. You know, I did see, but it's a CTF on retreat. I'm sort of feeling Trident in a 3-1 in regards to flight caps.
Okay.
For Trident, I'm feeling that. What are you feeling?
You know, I'm 3-1. I agree with you on that. Either team though.
Yeah, this fence sitter over here, I tell you.
No, I'm not sitting on the fence. It's just they have one map, the other team has one map. I don't know which way it could go. Trident is showing some real skill. Integral showing some real skill in the hardpoint, which is, you know, respawn. Retreat CTF is probably the best CTF in my opinion in terms of manipulating the spawns, getting some plays down. Okay. So I'm gonna maybe not so much say which team's better at, you know, CTFs, more so as which team at the time is able to get more opportunities and create more picks for flag runs.
Well, we'll find out which team will get that series lead. It's 1-1 right now. Who will get the 2-1 lead between Trident and Integral? Don't go anywhere. When we come back, CTF on retreat here in this winners bracket round 1 matchup. Welcome back to the APAC Regional Finals here at Sydney. Of course, two teams right now going head-to-head in this winners bracket round one matchup. I'm, of course, Biolab joined Dr. Curry here, and the series score 1-1 right now between Integral and Trident. After Integral takes out hardpoint, and S&D to Trident, CTF on retreat. We're both sort of feeling a 3-1 scoreline. I'm feeling towards Trident. You're not too sure.
Yeah.
But you are feeling that scoreline is predicted. Is it what you're feeling it'll land on?
Yeah, I got to settle with the 3-1 there, and 50-50.
Yeah, the voting is in at the moment. You can vote via Twitter to tweet at ACL Pro with that keyword, but on the left and right corners, right down the bottom there, you see those keywords. So only include that and that at ACL Pro to get your vote counted for who you think will take this one out. The players are getting loaded in right now. We'll get set up and join the game in just a moment, but it's still 50-50. Both these teams seem to be evenly matched, and I'm not surprised by that. After these last two games, it's a fair call to think these two teams are evenly matched.
Well, they are. We've been watching them. They've been going at it quite well. We'll get into this, though. A CTF on retreat. We'll watch the guys from Integral. They need to answer back after losing that search and destroy. Who better to watch than Billy Bundo?
Yeah, of course, Bundo on our screens at this time. We've got Val 27 in his hand as well. Phil's going out there in the background. He just chills back here for the time being. He knows a few players from the enemy team are trying to push up and get a little bit of the nap control. There's a bit of a squirrel shot going around. Bundo cannot connect this kill. Gets shot from behind by Macca this end. And the hand of Azzy has flag and he's running that poolside. His flag has also been taken by Quincy though. Thanks to that minimap, we see where those flag carriers are, and he's pushing that one up and away. So the first team to get a return here will really be the first team to score, perhaps. But right now, as he just chilling behind Statue, Quincy's been dropped, flag is returned. Exo, the EMP comes in, but he still gets the point down. 1-0 right now to Trident, but 3 players dropped. Can they capitalise on that?
I was just about to say, well played by Trident, but Integral answered back very well with getting their own flag pull. And looking at the minimap, there's only one player that could potentially contest them here, but all the defense is working out for Integral here. It's going to be Hysteria. Kyle does get it in, and that is a great counter pull. But can Hoju fend off the players from Trident? He got one of them, but he couldn't survive the second.
Oh, there it is then. As he gets tagged by it, as he tries to hightail it out, there's a jump across from Quins. So a smart play so far for both these teams. You know, early cap in Trident's hands, but then Iron got that 3 down and capitalised on it by getting a flag pull of their own and capping down to make it now 1-1, of course. So at this time, we do see Bundo, who was up near that flag. His teammate was there with him, Quins, of course, and they are trying to run that flag out. Bundo's trying to lay that cover fire for him. 2 players will challenge at the same time. Yeah, they both get dropped, and that flag should get returned. Here's a counter run now from Macca, but 3 players down. Hoju, 3-piece with a double kill, then a beat down for that 3rd kill as well. Macca now by himself. He sees one there. Still hightails it out there, though.
Macca actually, he rotated towards where Integral was spawning. They're a little unlucky for him. Hoju was a counter pull again. He's got no support, but he's got no one contesting him, so he should be able to do this one. And it looks like both of the flags will be in the corresponding areas of the map, so a little bit of a stalemate here, Bio. What do you do in these situations?
Obviously, you need to help one player to stay back and defend your flag carrier. At the same time, the other 2 need to push you out and really get that flag returned as soon as possible. The longer it stays away, the more time will obviously be given up, and you just sort of lose the bit of sense of what could be happening, and it allows players to set up and try and pinch on you at that time. Obviously, Envious has 1 flag in his hand. We see him on our screens right now. Hoju has that other flag, and he's just pushing around here, keeping the guys guessing, not staying in one spot, which is smart. You've got to keep moving around, staying away from where these players will close in from. At the same time, you've got to watch where your defending teammate is as well. They've got to stay with you right there. And just like that, that flag gets dropped, the flag gets returned. Hoju now making the play for it. Map is clear, and there it is right then. So 2-1 right now. There goes my prediction out the window in regards to 3-1 to Trident, but Trident's still very much alive in this one. 2 minutes left on the clock in this first half. Right now, IN looking strong for the half of the side they're in.
Yeah, they are on the more favourable side anyway. Azzy trying to make a play here. He's got support from the rest of his team though, but Vilesider picks him up. Envious trades back, and he should be able to pull this one all the way through. He's got support from his teammates, but the one player that could have made a play was Hoju, who took him down though. They're going to be able to get this one, so long as they get the cuts towards poolside, which they don't. Bundo coming in with his teammate. Does he get it in time? He does. Macca was a counter cap of his own, but now they've got to try and pull out of their base because all of the Integral guys are just making a push for here.
Yeah, very great work there by that Trident team to really close that one down and tie the score up in CTF here on a treat. 2-2 for minute 25 on that clock still remaining. We see that minimap once again where these players are pushing in from. So off the respawns, a few of them are down there and around. Hysteria on that defensive. Did pick up Vilesider. That's 2 players now. There's a 3rd player being dropped. They'll pick up that flag and again go for this run. Have to watch out for Hoju, who is going to try and pinch you out here. Great teamwork by Trident just then on this flag run.
They might be able to make a big play with this one here. They got a clear run, but they got to get the cuts here. The middle area of the map is going to where Integral are going to be running on through. You do see Mac, he's checking the corner. He's got support from Envious, so it is the one player. That's a huge gunfight by Quincy, and he gets a return. That is one of the most clutchest plays we've so far seen in this CTF.
Oh, definitely so. You are correct there, as these guys really need to stop that flag run. They want to try and keep it tied as best they can right now. 40 seconds left before the end of the half. Oh, Azzy. Controller issues perhaps for him. We'll change from him as we change over to Hysteria instead. As now Hoju obviously picked up 1 kill there on Azzy. So those shots at his teammate were probably not the best idea beforehand. As we hit 25 seconds right now. These guys coming into the final moments here in this half. Oh, Maka. Bit of a dirty shot then, trying to pick up that kill. 2 players here in front for Envious. He picked up 1. Can't finish off that second one here. I think it's not enough time left right now here, Curry, for them to get a flag run at all. So at the end of the half, Hoju's going to give it a go. He's got a fair way to go though in 8 seconds. He's not going to make it at all. I think it's about a 13 to 15 seconds run if you go straight through the map dashing.
Yeah.
But you can't make it if you go to the outskirts and like that. We saw it. End of the half, 2-2 between these two teams. Still 5 minutes to come here. CTF on retreat, of course. Still anyone's game, and we expected nothing less in regards to what we said at the start of this whole series. We thought it was going to be close, and it seems to be that's going to be the case for every single game type we head into.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually having a quick peek at the scoreboard there. Envious is 15 for 7. I want to bring it up that a lot of people questioned his ability coming into this event. They said he was underprepared, he's not one of the strongest players, but he has been one of the big reasons why Trident are able to hold into this series. Those 15 kills are definitely helping out, and it will just be an end of the draw there, so we're going to continue that on later, but that's going to be 2-2. Both of these teams, they're going at it right now.
Well, they are, and obviously at the same time, they've got 5 minutes left, and I just feel that IN, while they didn't get the first cap, that counter cap they put down, they got the 3-piece and straight away grabbed that flag, pulled it out, and tied it back up 1-1 within 20 seconds of that cap being made. So, these guys are very much aware that it might be one of those cases where it's going to come down to that final seconds, but there's still very much live. Look at that voting poll right now on your screens. Like we said, tweet at ACL Pro with those keywords only, nothing else in the tweet, just at ACL Pro with that keyword on which team you think it will win. Will it be winners bracket, winners, or WBR1 Trident, or WBR1 Integral? Right now, Trident 55% compared to 45% for that Integral squad. And that goes for everyone in the audience too. Get your phones out, tweet in, and let us know who you think will be taking this one out. Obviously, for those viewers at home, that's all they can really do. But we want these people here in the audience too to really get behind one of the teams. You can't sit on the fence. You've got to pick one. Go for one of those guys. And like I said, there it is. The Trident calls. These guys are pumping that Trident. So 55%, it's always said it's not that much in regards to the difference between these two. And I feel that Integral, they'll really give the Trident team a run for their money.
Yeah.
At the same time, they might have been pulling away with a bit of a lead here in the second half.
True.
They finished strong in that first half.
They did. Well, it was just that the easiest way to sum up that first half was just counter pulls.
Yeah.
That's all that was happening. It was just constantly players just countering what the others were doing. Was the pulls and that which we saw. That first cap came in roughly the first minute or so, and then the second one came in 30 seconds prior to that. So it just shows just how well these two teams are just breaking off the foot here. I'm actually a little bit surprised at the amount of people supporting Integral. I thought the Bill Wall would have been out in force already.
Well, maybe it is, but maybe trying to a larger fan base.
Ooh.
It's hard to say, obviously. We're not checking that poll ourselves, but I know the team at the back there are, and they're trying to keep it as even as possible. But 58 to 42 now, it's climbing for Trident.
Yeah.
So after I asked the audience to tweet in as well, so maybe the audience are backing Trident more so than the Integrals team. Maybe. As these guys obviously get set up for the second half of the CTF on retreat, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you do see that Integral squad on your screens. Again, for those that don't know who is who, from left to right, you see Hoju, Quins, Bundo, and Volsider down the end. He's a tall man, that Volsider.
Oh, yeah. He's always been one of the
That's him with his
giants.
chair right down as well.
Yeah, he's a bit tall. But the man closest to us, though, Hoju, he's been playing extremely well so far this series.
He has. Played a good S&D as well beforehand.
Really good hardpoint. Really good hardpoint. He made some plays in the S&D and...
that hardpoint game, really changed. It was a big difference, mate, as well as Bundo with those 30 kills as well.
True. Yeah, he started off very shaky, and he ended up getting roughly, I'm going to say, 37 kills near the end of it.
36.
He heated up quite nicely.
He did, and of course you do have the Trident squad as well, as you see now on your screens, from right to left. At the front there is Maka. Then of course you do have Hysteria, Envious, and Azzy. Now just a quick mental note on this team alone, for those that may not know a bit of team history. Maka and Kitty have both played over at LA before in 2013.
Yeah.
They competed at champs. And, and it's just one of those little things that I know mentally as well. 3 teams out of the 8 here, 9 of those players that make up 3 teams, of course, is T1, TRIDENT, and Mindfreak. Yep. 9 of those players have competed at LA before.
Wow.
So that's a big game changer because these guys know both mentally, physically, and etc. what it takes to
get
compete
there
at that level.
Yeah.
So obviously, no team better than T1. Obviously, finishing 5th last year.
That's pretty high.
It is
5th in the world.
It's an achievement. Just a small one, but it's an achievement.
We'll give it. They get some credit.
It was a massive effort by any teams that compete there. And obviously, we do have one of the Asian teams of Echelon, now known as NUB. One of their players that also competed at champs as well last year. So 3 of his other players did leave the team, so he's a refreshed new team.
New team. He's still here though.
But he knows what it takes to compete out there as well. So just that ability to be able to back your team up and say to your team, you need to do this, need to do that. And they know what they're talking about. They compete at the highest level. If you compete at the highest level, you know what you need to do. These guys get set up for the second half, ladies and gentlemen. Back into the game we will go. Like we said, it is 2-2 the scoreline. 5 minutes still to come here on the CTF on retreat between Trident and Integral right now. The series score is 1-1, of course. Both teams want to get that series lead. Heading into the next one, which will be Comeback Uplink, one of my favourite maps and game types. It's always interesting on that map. But first, this 5 minutes needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. So Hysteria will kick things off with.
All right, Hysteria. See what he goes for here. He's going around the left side of the map here. Now, Trident, they do have the more favourable side here. So I'd like to know if they can manipulate those spawns in their favour. First blood goes over to the team of Integral as they get a few of those kills around the middle of the map here. Now, you can tell by the minimap, they're starting to make some big plays right now. Bundo taking out Azzy. Only one player so far from Trident has been able to pick off a kill here, Hysteria. He's been forced to come back and play some defense, but Quincy just comes from the left side, cleans him up, and this is a very aggressive Integral team right now.
Yeah, we do see a few players from Integral all swarming around that flag. They want to try and grab it. Trident, 2 players back in Cave on that defensive. Great prediction there from Volstar with that stun out. Picks it up. Bundo's 2 pieces going to allow them now to run this flag down right-hand side past Pool. 3 players were down there. Envious was the last one left. Tries to slow that flag run down. He does so. Smart play here to dive down instead. Will it be enough? It doesn't look to be the case. He does hit him again with those stuns, but the damage was done. The flag has gone in. 3-2 the scoreline right now to the IN squad.
Integral getting one in the first minute. Almost a mirror image of what we saw in that first round. And then Bundo being back to being aggressive. No one from Trident is really positioned around their flag. They're just trying to regain control of the middle of that map there. Bundo does get 1 Vile in the background too. And he's still trying to pick off a few of these players. He knows they're lurking around this area, but he doesn't have support from the rest of his team as they slow this down to push up. He does find Azzy though, but that's a big kill to regain control of the pool side. But here comes the support from Integral. Vile side are going to be teaming up with Hoju. What can they do though? Still trying to get those picks.
Yeah, they are. Hysteria, I have noticed, he's been on defense this whole half so far.
Yep.
Oh, look at this as well. He is, it is allowed. Score streaks are allowed, and he's going to try and achieve one. If he can get that, imagine what the difference would be. Obviously, perhaps you do have a gentleman's agreement sometimes, but right now, like we said, $15,000 prize pool, 3 spots on the line for LA. Anything will go. If it's in the rules, use it. As Volstar will pull that flag right now and try and go for a bit of a run on his own. He has a teammate in front, trying to guide his path and escort him around there. Nice kill there on Envious to allow him to push this one through. Look at that mini-map. His flag has been taken, opposite side of the map. They see him out there. He shouldn't challenge for that, but he will send his teammate out to try and get that flag.
There is the one player, though, from Integral that is set up here to try and get Maka, who has pulled the flag, though. Bundo trying to be very aggressive here. It's going to be Hoju. He does clean up 1. He does get support, and the second kill, it's all up to Maka to try and keep this flag alive. He's got players from Integral pushing from all sides. He just bails from the situation. Can he get away from the corner? He won't, and Integral get the return. Vile will walk that one in. That is a
3-piece.
0 lead, 4-2 overall.
That was a big hit there. He's got a 4th one just said. Listen to Bundo in the background if you could hear him right now. Actually, let's go and listen in with Integral right now if we can and find out just what their comms are like being up 4-2 here in the CTF on retreat. IN. We'll go for listening with IN right now.
I'm going cut.
Remember, guys, they're on the flag, they're on the flag.
You stunned on our
I'm
flag?
stunned on our flag, I'm stunned our back flag. 2. Is there another one?
Last one,
cut. Got him. Holy hell. Very dead, looking for a Maka last.
You went top attic.
Minute 30. I pushed pull, I'm gonna block the
There's a
pull.
guy here, he's on the flag. Small, Maka, 1 shot.
I blocked their
He's
pull.
going up top small now. Oh, he's front up. Yeah, he's there. Nice spot, Bundo. I'm gonna rotate with you, bro.
Nothing's push pull, I'm watching our pull side. There's definitely a guy pull rock. That's top
He's
pull.
going cut now.
Top
cut
pull, top
and
pull, jump pull, top pull, jump pull.
One shot
Everyone
out flag,
rotate,
one shot
everyone
out flag,
rotate,
one shot out flag. He's one shot.
I'm gonna pull here.
They're running up pull, man. Pull it down low, pull it down low, pull it down low.
Wait, I'm gonna away to the base, dude.
Middle, Macca, and S2.
Oh, what? I stopped shooting his
They're
two.
pinching you, they're pinching you, they're pinching you.
That's one coming.
They're pinching you.
We need to
That's
rotate,
right,
rotate,
just
rotate, rotate,
hard.
rotate.
We got spawns in attic, bro.
1 minute.
Rotate to
1 minute.
Billy. Stack up on Billy.
Top attic. Top ring. He's gone bottom
I want
attic
to
now.
trade every kill. Trade every kill.
He's there.
Can you just contest hut? Cut.
On that flag, hey, weak, he's stereo, weak. There's two there. Another one.
EMP'd. EMP'd top attic.
Stunned him. He's
on
there.
the
Top
middle,
attic still. Get pull control.
All names.
Hysteria's one shot pull. Nice, dude.
Looking for Macro and Envious. 29 seconds.
I spawned out.
Top attic. Macca. That's Macca. Looking for
We're
Envious.
back in right there.
Billy just
Those
placed it on
bombs
their flag,
coming
bro.
up
Just
from
play
that
kills.
IN team right now. These guys are really strong in regards to communications. They're calling every little thing out, any little nook and cranny they see movement in, they will tell their team. The flag's going to be picked up by Azzy here, though. This is their chance. He has to try and get it out of there. Oh, the EMP really just made that difference for him, and that secured IN in regards to the CTF victory there. There's not going to be enough time to get that flag into the map. Big game for IN, and now taking the lead in that series to 2-1. They're going to be feeling even more pumped coming up into that comeback on uplink here, Curry.
That got a little hairy for them in the final few seconds there. Trident were being relentless. Bundo was able to get the kill though on Azzy, and I think that there was the nail in the coffin. So, close.
Oh, definitely. Well, have a look at those scores as they come up in this post-game lobby as well, but that series score becomes 2-1 now in favour of the IN team, and I just think that Trident, this will be their last ditch effort, obviously. They don't want to be the first team in the losers bracket. No one does.
No.
But some team has to be.
Unfortunately.
So it's just the way the cookie crumbles, as they sometimes say. So these guys, obviously, with all their scores, Hysteria 12 and 10, 9 and 9 for Macca, Azzy on 6 and 11, 6 and 11 for Envious, then IN Stars, Quincy's on 12 and 10, 13 and 7 for his teammate of Bundo, 6 and 4 for Volstar, then Hoju on 10 and 12 as well. And that's only one half, so just remember that. That was only 5 minutes, so we had to end it at the half as well. So, obviously more kills would have happened in that time, but both these teams looking amazingly strong after that CTF, only a 1 point game.
1 point.
4-3.
That's all it takes. 1 point.
I feel that comeback on uplink should be a very close game as well. From what we've seen so far.
I'm sorry, but we both got our predictions wrong.
We did.
I don't really think you can trust us, unfortunately.
I think you can trust us in the fact...
I'm throwing us under the bus, I'm sorry.
Close games are guaranteed. It was a one-cap game. The hard point was, 15 points. It was an S&D, a little more one side, but at the same time, it seemed like it would have been a lot closer than what it was.
How many clutches did we see in that Search and Destroy?
At least 3.
Yeah, at least.
So definitely something to keep an eye out for. Like we said, it is, of course, Trident up against Integral in the winners bracket round 1 matchup here at the Asia Pacific Regional Finals presented by Xbox. When we come back, game number 4 between these two great teams. So far, welcome back, and right now, game number 4 here, Curry, between Integral and Trident. I'm feeling Trident just because I want to see a game 5. That's the main reason. Biolab on S&D, I want to see it. I want to see our first series go all the way to the end. That's for the main reason. What a great series it would be if that happened. And
Trident wanted to. Yeah.
Well, Trident, of course, do.
Yeah.
They don't want to be the first in that losers bracket. They don't want to have to make that fight, make that claw back through that many teams we've seen in the past do. But of course, IN don't want that either. They want to just get to that second round and go on and keep pushing as best they can. They want to have that safety net of that fall down if they need it. Like, who doesn't like a safety net when you're up on the tightrope? You want to try and stay up there as long as you can, but sooner or later, someone will come along and push you down. As we said, though, uplink on comeback, sorry.
Yep.
I'm feeling this map does produce so many close games.
Oh yeah, especially on uplink, where it's just all about rotation, especially that glass building. We're going to see a lot of focus around that. And the blue side, teams would just be trying to get that spawn for the satellite, trying to push the spawns, get them into the back, and just be aggressive. So it's going to be very interesting to see which way it goes. Talking to the Integral guys last night, they feel confident on this map. So this is exactly what they're looking for.
We'll start things off the friendly neighbourhood. Volslider on our screens now as he decides to watch that power station mid-cut. Smart play, but can't do it. 3 players drop very quickly now from the IN team as try and make that push and try and get up there. Azzy now with that drone in hand, looking to get towards that portal. He'll go for this. Oh, it looks like he's going to go for the single. Does it count? It does.
He got it.
First points on the board will go to the Trident team, thanks to Azzy with that long throw.
Good job there. Now, Integral, they need to answer back. They have not started off well at all. This is not what they would have wanted, but Quincy puts it back in their favor by getting the 2-piece and Trident. They're not going to joke around here, getting even more kills. That's going to be envious. Does he get the satellite out? He does just get around the corner. Now he has support from Maka and Hysteria, who do take out Bundo that's been aggressive, resetting the shield. Envious, pushing around the corner here. He might be able to set up here for a 2-piece, but the guys from Integral,
great read by Biolab. Hoju with that 2-piece there as well. 4 players were just down there for a moment beforehand while the IN squad grabbed the drone and made a run for their own. Through glass, they will try and head here. A few players out there waiting for him, but a smart play here by Volsod, just waiting, resetting that shield as well. Oh, he goes to the dummy to try and give his gun back to him to get a couple of kills here. It could work out for him, but it doesn't. Players will push up and take him down. It's going to be Envious who ended up putting up that kill, and right now, Azzy again with this drone. Oh, he was going to go for that single shot again.
Yeah.
Sadly, he does get picked up as he popped around the corner by Quins. So right now, the drone is dropped out here on the green side of things. Minute and a half gone. First point still in the hands of Trident here, so they can just really judge the rest of the game if they want it.
Trident making a lot of plays here. Envious does have the drone. They have possession. They have the aggression, and they get the 2 points just like that added to the board. And now they have control of Integral's base. Here comes the reset from the drone though. Integral in the meantime, they spawned up close and now are in the spawns of Trident. So they're going to have to do some work, which they do. They get the picks and regain control. Trident playing this one extremely well.
Well, they are. There's a melee mid-air by Hoju onto Azzy, who had the drone. Now Envious has it though. Oh, he looks like he was going to get that single shot. He missed it though. Still plenty of time to recover here. Picks up the kill, gets the drone again, but gets shut down by Hoju that time. Envious's 2-piece almost had that locked and secured for him, but there's a great work there by Hoju on that defensive side. He looked like he was going to go for that reset, and they decided against it. He's not too sure what he should do here. He decides to run out towards 10 and follow his teammate out green side here. He's got a teammate up there in top green or in top yellow as they push on through, and he'll try and perhaps go for a single pointer here unless they can pick up those 2 kills. There's players out there waiting for him, and there goes the throw. There's the single point, and they're on the board finally after 2.5 minutes.
Nice little rebound there by Hoju. He knew he wasn't going to get the 2 points, so he made the best of a bad situation there. Perfect for Integral. They needed that point. Gives them that momentum that they're still in this game, but they need to start slaying. It's just constantly Trident that I'm seeing in the kill feed here, Bio, and Maka once again in control of this drone. Does he get it? He doesn't, and it just bounces short. Hysteria, last one alive. He's got a lot of players to contest with though. I'm
surprised I haven't seen more EMPs coming out. Obviously, a few players rocking those stuns as they like to. Quincy, 2 points, and ties the game back up. Maka does clean him up after that though, but the damage has been done. But like I was saying, you know, stuns obviously are being utilised by most of these teams. I'm surprised. You have so many jumping situations on this map. You've got all those high areas that EMPs aren't being utilised more of by each of these teams. As you'll see right now, Maka on our screens is chilling inside a power station there. He will find one player on the opposite side pushing out. Volsod had that drone. He gets taken down as he tries to push up high at top of the stairs. Quincy's here to recover for him though. Can Quincy go back-to-back points? He's going to do it. And there it is there. The points, delay there, but he's got the points on the board. It's now 5-3, 2 points that deficit with Iron in the lead.
You were a little worried there for a second for Integral, and that is a picture-perfect answer back. They once again have control. It looks like it's going to be Vilesider trying to make some plays here. Maka's got to try and get some picks here. He gets one, doesn't get the second, and that is going to be 2 easy kills for Integral. The third one player, Envious, is on the capture point. He has to go big. Beautiful job there. Well-deserved points for Integral. And after a 0-3 start, they've got 7 points on the board.
Vilesider baited every single one of those players so well. He poked out, called it, dashed back in. His teammates came in, got the kills for him. They thought he was flying solo. It wasn't the case. He had his teammates backing him up that whole time. And again, he's got players here in front of him. One player just runs straight over his head. Him and Quincy go tag team on him and will clean him up as well. So now that drone was then thrown. They're both going to try and scatter for it now. It's 28 seconds on that clock. The drone will reset in 5 unless someone gets hands on it. Trident will. It's going to be Azzy, but again, Iron are all over that. They are swarming around that drone. Maka's going to try and clear it out here. He might be able to get a single point if he gets this jump right. He's going to go for the 2 instead, and he's going to get punished for it. Vilesider smacks him down and says, "Not on my watch, son." 10 seconds now to the half, and it would seem at this time it may end up 7-3, but Vilesider does have a chance here at a single point. Decides to reset instead and keep that 5-point lead. Oh, 4-point lead, sorry.
Maka had a chance to get that 1 point.
Yeah.
He didn't. He wanted. I don't want to say it was a selfish play, but he could have quite easily got 1 point on the board. In that situation, do you feel as though maybe getting the 1 point and securing something is better than just, you know, holding your head down and just hoping you get the 2 points?
I think something is better than nothing, as they always say. You know, something is better than nothing, and these guys were thinking that. At the same time, he thought his teammates had his back, perhaps. Vilesauter did come out of bottom 10 out of nowhere, bottom sandbags, and just hit him in the side to take him down. So they weren't expecting him to come out of there, and it was a fair enough call, I think, from his team to say, okay, maybe you can get the 2 points, go for it, let's try and close that gap. As Eddie picks up that early 2-piece here in this half of the round, you're going to see now Envious on our screen, drone in hand, players from IN all the round.
Nice play there by Envious, throwing the drone. He manages to get the play. Another player, though, from Integral is going to be contesting him from around the corner here, and he's just going to be baiting out. Got support from Maka, though. He's spotting them all. What does he do in this situation? He's stuck in the glass building. Here comes Azzy, though. He gets one, he gets two, and they're going to be able to slide this one in for the 2 points. Extremely well played by TRIDENT. They answer back in the first 30 seconds and get some much-needed points on the board.
Well, they do, obviously closing that gap down. Oh. Looking to help him to stand next to some guy holding his hand, saying, how you going, mate? As he decides to try and now grab that drone. They've pushed it and thrown it far. Quincy now with it. There's another 2 point. Quincy. 6 uplinks so far.
Wow.
Really going good for his team. Look at his score as well, 17 and 19. You know, the kills are up there for him. Bundo's on 19 and 12, 11 and 18 for Hoju. Volsar on 7 and 16, but he's got 2 uplinks as well. So, you know, KD might not be the best, but as long as you're getting points on the board for your team, when it comes to this sort of game, that's what you need to do.
All right, right now trying to have control of glass side. They're going to try and push the spawns out for the team of Integral, but they're going to be right on the capture zone. It was reset though, so they're just going to try and get control of the satellite spawn. You do see Envious. He was getting a few kills here. He's going to actually go for the drone here, but he's going to come straight into the players from Integral. It looks like he's going to go for the throw. I don't know if that's going to make it or not, but it puts it right underneath it. Can he get the kills here? There's going to be one player there. The second one does have the drone. He jumps around. He gets the kill, but the drone was thrown across the map. Good play by Integral.
The damage might have been done. Hoju right on it just then. So cool. He actually got the 2 points down, so now it becomes that 9 to 5. Hoju, big plays out from him in that sort of situation. Vilesauter now looks to put that 2 points down as well. Great strategy from their team. They're just grabbing that drone, taking it right into that portal and uplinking it around for him. So it's a big difference here from this IN team. You know, they had that more favoured side in their opinion. You know, that most teams do it for her when your portal is, when the uplink side is out there. And right now, it still seems to be in their favour, but there's still time here for this team of trying to answer back, and like that they do. Like Quincy's 2-piece, he comes in a bit too late. The damage was done, 11 to 7. The scoreline becomes now. The final quarter is about upon us for 2.5 minutes now on that clock. 11 to 7 the scoreline. Hoju's trying to make it once again.
Ooh, you don't see this very often. Hoju, he's got 3 players in the middle of the map though. He just exos over the corner there. One player will be contesting him and he gets it just. And that is nearly going to be double the score there. 6 points separating these two teams. Bundo is still in the base here. If he can work with his teammates here, he could get a pass and exactly dunk it in for another 2 points.
Oh, definitely. Sadly, Trident are all around it down there, though. 4 players now dropped just there for a moment from the IN teams to Trident. This is their chance to try and capitalise on that. A player is out there waiting for Envious, who was just going to push out a glass there a moment before. Oh, the reload. He did nothing in his gun at that time. He had to reload at the same time while they're trying to challenge for one player. The drone will go back to a reset, it would seem. 4 seconds left. Or they're going to pick it up instead, actually, and try and run that one through glass. A few players out and around there as well as they try and... Again, Trident are challenging here, but Vilesauter has grabbed that one and made a little bit of a play for it now. 1.5 minutes left on that clock. It is 13 to 7 on that scoreboard, as you will see IN from that Integral screen team in that lead for this time, as it is Vilesauter looking for the 2. Oh, just comes in underneath it, but does count it down at the same point. And just like that, 15 to 7. It's an 8-point game right now for this IN team.
Trident, they need to play perfect right here, right. This is, if they want to not go into the loose bracket round 1, they're going to have to play a perfect game here, and that's the start which they needed. They get the 2 kills. Maka needs to be aggressive here. They can't afford to just hold on to it here. They got all the plays in the base of Integral. I tell you what, Bio, they could quite easily stack this up and get a lot of points on the board. That's going to be 2.
6 to go if they can do that, but at the same time, IN, if they just grab that drone and reset it every single time,
I was going to mention
that's all they need to do and they'll be fine. But a great pass just then. Hysteria gets the kill. Oh, there comes the stun. Stops him dead in his tracks. 3-player drop like that. Bundo will get that drone and hightail it out of there as quick as he can. And now just decides to slow it down a touch. Goes for the single pointer. Up high, it was 15 before. Can he get the 16? The bounce is not good. And like that, few players are around him just then. And just like that. IN was so close to getting more points on the board. It wasn't needed, but they were so close to getting another 2 there, and still Trident fighting back, but it is done. The damage has been taken over, and like that, it was going to be finished up with IN 3-1 in this series. They're all back in the build wall. They're all pushing there for Bundo. They're loving it right now after this first great series here. at the APAC Call of Duty regional finals.
That's it. That's the first team.
What a series to start things off between these two. Look at them. They're happy. They're so pumped. Going for the hugs, lads. You all deserve it.
Integral Nation advance into winners bracket round 2. We'll get an update for you guys on who they will be facing off, but that is an incredible series to kick off all the action here at the APAC qualifiers. Bio, wow. Just wow is how to sum up that entire series.
As you said, the guys there all shaking hands. You know, it's all a lot of fun, and the IN squads are very much enjoying that victory just then. Quick look at that scoreboard as well. We'll just see what the uplink finished up as. You're going to have Macca there, 32 and 20. Envious 29 and 20. 28 and 23 for Azzy and Hysteria on 23 and 28. The winning side, Quins, 28 and 32. 32 and 21 for Bondo. Hoju on 19 and 31, then 11 and 28. So that there alone shows you that you don't need to get you don't have to be the highest kill death ratio to get a victory when it comes to maps like game types like hardpoint, like CTF, like uplink.
Yep.
You know, it all comes down to being the objective base. And look at those uplink scores. Quincy on 6. 6 for Volsider, 3 for Hoju, and just living up to the height where Bundo has to do the slaying roll.
Billy B.
He does it nicely with 1.52 of a KD. So a great first series here, ladies and gentlemen, from, of course, it is the Asia Pacific Call of Duty Championship presented by Xbox Regional Finals here. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen the rest of the week, the rest of the day. You know, there's so many great other matches still to come, obviously. All these teams fighting for those 3 spots available to fly over to LA and compete at the finals later in March. Of course, we will, if we have the bracket available, we'll show that there as well so you guys can have a bit of a look to see what's going to happen. But $15,000 is the prize pool here at this event alone. $6,000 for second place, $3,000, $2,000 for third, and then it gets broken down from there with the rest of the teams. But I'm excited to see what the rest of today has to hold between all these great teams. Obviously, the 5 best teams from Australia, 1 from New Zealand, and 2 from the Asia region. I'll, of course, Biolab to join up to Curry. Don't go anywhere, though, because it's going to be winners bracket round 2, I believe, or another round 1 matchup coming up very soon here, live from Sydney.